Morning, morning. How's it going, Milla? Got some Explorer this morning while we're waiting for Moto to get everything righted with the transition that happened yesterday. Hopefully should be good by midday or at worst tomorrow. But getting some Explorer, best of threes. Explorer ranked best of three because I always play an unranked match by accident to start. There we go. Playing some Rakdos, one of the decks I'm considering for RCQ this weekend, so figure it's as close to a translation of what we can get while we're waiting for Moto, so might as well. Even though Moto's up, the issue is the bots and things aren't so much. As my arena being weird. But thank you. Appreciate it. Full screen. For why it wasn't. There we go. Much better. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm between green, red, black, and Arclight, I think. I'm leaning towards Arclight, but we'll see what we end up on. I had it drunk a little so you could see my hand. Let me just move this up. There we go. Yeah, definitely been liking Arclight a lot. Alright. Island, no snow covered. Good on Thoughtseize. Probably a control deck. Yep. I mean, if we take this veto, they don't have white source, but if we take the veto, we're in pretty good shape across the board. Even if they do draw a white source. They're gonna cycle a shark. That was a great draw for us. Really happy about that. Practice matchups winnable. Green's good, and it's good versus a lot of aggro decks. Yeah. The Rakdos matchup is tough, but winnable. Especially the biggest problem is people playing like the sideboard that I'm playing in this version with a bunch of ley lines. If you're not playing a bunch of ley lines, Phoenix is a lot tougher. Or a lot closer at least. But if you are playing the ley lines, it gets tough. But you have a good matchup in the green. All the aggro decks are pretty good matchups. So it's just like generally a pretty good thing to be doing. The big problem, like I said, just comes from I will happily sacrifice this. Yeah, the biggest problem is just Rakdos, but that's like a skill matchup, and local events, I'm always happy to try and take a skill check to a degree. My Planeswalker is better. Not better than Teferi, though, unfortunately. Need them not to have a land here. If they have land, we get in an awkward spot for sure. Do. Yeah. Countering the first Fable, also a little rough for us. There's no way they just tuck, because then we can just draw land and they lose their Teferi. Oh, wow. Get rid of the Shieldred. Sure, that also works. Would love to draw land so we can stomp this and play a Fable, but worst case we can just kill this. Yeah, okay. Pretty generally speaking. Sure. There's our land. Kill this. Fable. You know, there's a Liliana under there, so if we discard a card, we can get to Lily right now. They might sack their field to shuffle it away. I wouldn't be shocked if they do. Oh, it's a good one. I think I'm okay declining. We're not in a rush for Lily right this second, to be honest. See what they're willing to do. Ooh, no blocks. Okay, they'll block. Makes sense. Yeah, Rakdos is a tough one. Sure. Not a bad last card for them, but it also kind of doesn't matter. Lily coming down next turn. As long as they don't draw Wrath here. They're empty-handed. We've run them out of resources. If they draw land, they need to play it for the haul. They got going on here. I do like that this deck is essentially just the same as the Pioneer one. Makes it nice for testing purposes to a degree. Yeah, make another 2/2, that's fine. Swing 3. Okay, no. That flips. I'm gonna play Liliana. Like you to sacrifice a creature. Magic Stuff game. I play way too fast and have a good understanding of the game. I just make small mistakes when I play and panic bad decisions. That's fair. I mean, that is also just like a very real thing people deal with Magic, I find. I do it all the time too. I used to do it all the time when I was prepping for events. Yeah. I remember one instance specifically that like changed the way I try and play was I had a game locked up if I made the right sequence, and I like thought about the sequence, laid it out, had everything lined up perfectly, and then just inversed it. And that happens a lot in like chess, right? Is like people will I'll keep a fail push in for all. But that happens a lot in like chess where you'll have like a 3-4 move line and then you'll like flip something and all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. And that happened to me at an SEG where I like had this line where I had everything dealt with, they couldn't possibly win, and then I just absolutely flipped it. And it's terrible. Never want that to happen. So definitely one of those things to try and take a breather. And after that I try to play fast, but always try and play in that controlled zone where I can play fast within my limits, but not make those kind of mistakes. Because they suck, man. They really do. Opponents had enough. They do not want to play this match. Alright, we're 1-0. We can add a little text box here. So we can get a record going. Where did the record go? Oh, is it really small? It is really small. There we go. There we go. We're 1-0. Although I will say, I think our opponent was not happy. Just got out of there as soon as possible. I respect it. One week of perfect hair. I respect it. A great wish. Well, that's not going to do it for us. All right, this hand's great. I kind of want to get rid of this powered kill. With two harvesters, there's not a lot of matchups that we need a dedicated removal spell on top of. Love Struck Beast to start, huh? I'll play our dual land first here. Scoozles. Good. A good card. Oh, we found the powered kill for the Love Struck Beast anyway, so that's nice. Skyclave, alright. It's just green-white company things. Play Fable. I would trade the token off for Bruise here, I think. Can't trade it with Skyclave. Well, could trade it with Skyclave, but don't really want to. Yeah. Ooh. We legitimately want all of these, huh? Kill this. We could just hold up removal to kill this and then block a 1/1 if they come in with it, but I think we'd much rather just play a Harvester to get it online. Sure. You'll see Harvester removal spell. Yeah. I'm fine taking that trade. Keeps the board just about the same. This doesn't need to be non-summoning sick for this. Sakanuma is a good one. I don't think we need to keep it though. I think I'd rather have it up. I'll pass. We're just gonna powered kill this. Well, we're sad we let them get away with that, but that's okay. Scoozles, you say? Well, this game just got a lot harder because they got the henge down. We have one Abrade. But we get to kill every creature they play from now to the end of time, which is nice. Problem is that you're going to play like 2 to 3 creatures a turn. Valkmira is not going to do what you want it to. We can afford to pay the extra 1. Not a bad one at all. We're not going to have them sack. We're just going to plus. Your last card. Nice. Ask a specific question. They did draw a creature. We need them to miss. Camera's in tough spot for arena. Can't see your planeswalkers. Well, unfortunately, as the board grows, there isn't a great spot for it. Let's see if I can tuck it over here. There. Yeah, you got it. This board state's gonna get wild, so we're gonna be here a hot minute. We're gonna probably start looking for cards relatively soon. Yeah, we'll resolve this. Yeah, that's fine. Boot. I mean, this is fine, but really we're just digging for a braid. I don't want to just keep digging. Oh, Shieldred's also pretty good, huh? I'll pass. Any creature they draw, I mean, I guess we also could just go up to try and split these, but I feel like it's probably going to be tough to get there. Every land they draw, though. Well, that's some trouble. A good one. You want Shieldred? This is a much faster clock. We can also just pitch it. This is a fast enough clock. Oh, that's... Oh, man. Of all... Needing them to brick is one thing. Needing them to brick and then hitting the exact worst possible is something else. Very rude. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Great Henge, good magic card, it turns out. In our means to kill things. Really don't want Thoughtseize very much other than exactly to deal with Great Henge. Yeah, Henge is scary. I think we had to keep plussing to try and split their permanents, but even then, that turn would have happened before we had time. Grey Henge is a pretty big knockout against our deck, unfortunately. But we have the Abrade this time. We board up to 3 to make it a lot harder. I also think we reasonably could have raced if they didn't find a Skyclave there, but again, Great Henge makes it tough to ever realistically get through. Alright, we got removal for days, now we need some threats. Spyglass. What are we spyglassing, I wonder? Liliana? Lily's, yeah, Lily, that's fine. Man, it's crazy. They're all on our sideboard. Fine. Imagine that. All our Lilianas are in our sideboard. I'm just gonna stop this right now. One crushy boy. Sure. I don't even want to fail push this anymore. This in for 4. Yeah, there's a Coco. Good indeed. Alright, well. I'll kill one. Hey, how's it going, Mikey? And they get our fatal pushes, that's fine. Ooh. A pretty good one. We could have Takanuma'd with that on the stack, but I'd much rather kill their creature there. I'll pass. We're just waiting for Magic Online to get all its stuff in order. Double Coco, huh? Well, unfortunately, with the translation, that was, yeah. With the transition of Magic Online to the new servers, the bots are all trying to catch up, so it's gonna take a minute or two. Mm-hmm. All right. Things looking grim for the home team here. Yeah, I did that last night, but the bots are still just a little bit delayed in getting everything dealt with. That was main deck Great Henge, double Coco, rest in peace. Is a lot to try and beat as Rakdos, I'll say it. Opponent is climbing the ladder, farming Rakdos, and I respect it. Because yeah, there's no way we're beating that. Rakdos deck's been adjusted to, I feel. I see less of it. On Arena or on like Pioneer? In Pioneer, it definitely it's been holding strong numbers wise the last week or two at around 12, 13 finishes. I mean, again, it's not blowing anybody away compared to what it was earlier, but it's definitely doing some good work. It's just not keeping up with green, which is a lot to ask for lately. Countering it, yeah, I think people are adjusting to it. I also think that without green having the combo, people can just absolutely choose to attack this deck instead of splitting the difference, which is what I think happens in Pioneer to a degree. Is you got to kind of choose if you want to beat Rakdos or choose if you want to beat a green. I think most people choose to beat green because it's a lot easier to target. Modern Enemies play Murktide, fair. Nothing wrong with a little Murktide. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna play in Modern. Oh, this weekend I have 2 Pioneer events, so luckily I'm excluded from the Modern world. Oh, there you go. Got an RCQ. Hey, how's it going, Dr. Raptor? How are you doing today, friend? What's this? Yo, Deathmax1610. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. The Rider. Let's kill that. Store Championship, nice. A couple friends of mine have been rocking the Store Championships. They've been having a good time with it. Alright, attack. We're gonna take their other enchantment. Looks like they have their 7-drop in hand, so we don't really have to fear the Leyline Binding. Doing fine, done with work. Now Bruno Rakdos sackless for the next half an hour. Nice. Always a good time. Brutal. Brutal. The big Sag, that's okay. One scary G, huh? No one's got any creatures. I think they want another 5-drop. Yeah, it definitely feels like on Arena, Rakdos gets hard focus, which is probably fair. A lot harder to do that in Pioneer. Kind of dead. A 6 land. We can get rid of their Titan, but then they just buy back Titan. Sure. Yeah, I'll do it. Grass Lily. This can go. Playing Rakdos mid-range on Explorer and this deck always wrecks me. Yeah, it's a real beating. It's definitely tough. Like I said, with the weird thing about Explorer is that because green isn't really a deck like to the same degree as in Pioneer, people just get to play the decks that beat up Rakdos. So I'm sure there's a lot more diversity in Explorer so far as you can actually just hard target Rakdos. And Enigmatic has always been a very, very tough matchup for Rakdos. They just kind of do everything you don't want them to. So we have a good enough curve that we don't really have time to Thoughtseize outside of 1. Thank the Omen. Curve, unfortunately, sort of just plays itself, so we don't have a lot of time to Thoughtseize at a more opportune time. We'd love to Thoughtseize a little closer to Enigmatic time, but yeah, it's only Thoughtseize Duress, and even then, it's still a little bit tough. I'm gonna get rid of this Duress. Not ideal, but I think we're just in a low resource game, and we gotta commit to it. Pitch any lands. Ugh, Leyline Binding, rude. Leyline Binding remains a scary, scary card. But we are applying a ton of pressure here. And this is kind of how I've always felt you have to play as Rakdos into these kind of matchups, is you just pivot into being an aggro deck. It's why you're able to beat green some amount of the time. Take on Bankbuster in this deck. I mean, Bankbuster's great. I've always been a fan of Bankbuster. I don't think it does much convincing or need of convincing. I'll play Bankbuster anytime I can. The new Shocklands, I completed the whole Pioneer Rakdos mana base in full art except Urborg. 200 euros. Yeah, one ugly duckling's fine. No one will notice, right? That's how that works. It's tough though. It's tough to get decks into exactly the shape you want them. Yeah, full art Urborg sounds like a time and a half. All right. Eat your Titan. We have one thing to eat. They have none. Scarab God. Nice. Eat the Scarab God before it can recur. They go to 3, they go to 1. And we have 2 lethal threats with Den. Alright, game 3. Like I said, you just end up being a bit of an aggro deck. Really our only plan. Make it as low a resource game as possible, strip their hand, and attack them to death. If the game goes to like turn 7, we're very unfavored here. Their engines will eventually get online, and we have nothing to compete with that. Like, this hand is fantastic, but also it's going to be a little slow. So I wouldn't be shocked if we end up feeling a little bit like we're behind here. Show me the goods. Huh. We want to take Fable. Skyclave's a pain. I think we gotta just take Fable. Fable's too good. Too good against us. Yep, Utopia up. Harvester right on time. It's gonna get Skyclaved, but that frees up our Fable, which is good. Ooh. Oh, well. That's worse for us, because now the Fable isn't freed up anymore. Alright. Skyclave the Fable. Ooh. Fires, rude. Now we're in trouble. We'll attack. Yeah, no blocks because they can just Yori in the Skyclave next turn, huh? Remains in the Rude Realm. Yeah, between Trial and Skyclave. We're about to get Yorianed out. And we can't play the Shieldred till this Skyclave's been blanked. Yep. The value of Yorian. Draw a card. Sure. Yep. It goes away for this. Draw. Please, not bad. We're in a bad way. They kill this. We can swing for 9. But they get 2 spells here. Yorian's not much of a problem. These 3 cards in their hand are what we're scared of. Cycle Triumph, the show of weakness at least. Those have nothing. Alright, well, Leyline Binding a 3/3 is gonna be up there as far as having nothing goes. Second Yorion, much less so. Ooh, if they just kept the tapped one, they would have gotten to do this every turn. Yeah. Leyline Binding at a target. Blood token, sure. Yeah, they could have done the blink twice. That would have been stronger for them for sure. Hey, how's it going? How you doing this fine morning? Well, we'll shielded them. Done a lot of work to get to the point where the shielded isn't just going to get eaten, but it's still not looking great for us. So, racing won't work for you, friend. Yeah, racing isn't going to work for them. No, Moto's up. It's just the bots are still working on getting settled so that you can trade and things like that. And obviously, we rent our decks from Cardhoarder, lovely sponsor of the stream. Be sure to check them out if you don't already. I have a link down below the stream, both on YouTube and Twitch. But they're currently, like all other bot platforms, just dealing with the transition. So it should be up hopefully by around noon, but we'll see. It's a lot of coding to make it work. The fact that we won that match is an unexpected treat, because I think we were very dead for a long time. Had they blinked their Yorion properly, I think we would have also been locked out there, but take what we can get. Yeah, Magic Online's up. It's just not working if you rent, per se. And like I said, we could draft or do something like that, but I figured playing some Rakdos and Explorer is close enough. Close enough to what we're trying to do. Having two two Pioneer tournaments this weekend. I am like looking forward to getting in some more jam and testing. Have an RCQ and the Degen Open. Nice little $500 cash prize event going on this weekend on Sunday online. We've top 8'd, I think all, or we've come in 9th or top 8'd all the Degen Opens we played, including winning one. So I'd like to run it back. Isn't the RCQ also Sunday? It shouldn't be. The RCQ is the 22nd and the Degen's the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken. No, Pioneer at Untapped is the 22nd. Peter, why do you gotta hurt me like this? You're giving me heart attacks. Oh. Alright. It's one of those hands that just against Gigantha, we're probably against Rakdos Sacrifice, which is not a good matchup. But if we can Thoughtseize their oven. Gun sack, and they don't have an oven. They don't have an oven. Ah! I'll take the Fable. Really wanted to, again, take an oven, because the oven's the hardest card for us to beat. They just drew it? No, if they just drew it, they would have played it this turn to play around us removing their cat. Hey, how's it going, friend? Appreciate you stopping by. Glad you enjoy the content. Yeah, here comes the big turn. Do they draw? Well, Oven don't even do it here per se. Devil's fine because we have. I mean, Devil's fine in the way that it'll be a little annoying to get pinged once to kill it, but I'd happily get pinged once to kill it. What you got, opponent? Rude. Exceptionally rude. But I guess if something's got to get claimed, that's not the worst. We're also gonna have a hard time killing this this Corvold because this says non-dragon, huh? Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of a land and a dragon killer. Well, that's not quite what we needed. Okay. The cat. Alright, so if they play Corvold, we're gonna need to find a Liliana here ASAP. Hey, how's it going, friend? Thanks for stopping by over on YouTube. Appreciate ya. Playing a little Explorer while we're waiting for the transition that happened on Magic Online to kind of catch up, let all the bots do their thing, everything that needs to happen. As one might expect, isn't quite perfect on day 0. Alright, well, we're gonna swing 3 and hope they take the bait. And when they don't, we'll die. Oh, they didn't. Damn. Alright, well. Nope. Nope. We're out of here. Having our main removal spell not kill dragons, difficult. Alright. Liliana's, Leylines, Braids. Get in there. Idea why you can't view deck lists on the mothership Moto deck lists? You should be able to view deck lists on there. Let me see if I mean it might be from the transition yesterday. You click on deck lists. Oh, my guess is that they probably have it auto set up so that they're gonna Omega Gunner, thank you for the follow, appreciate him. My guess is that they have it set up so that once we get results from the new Moto system, those are what's going to go up on the deck list. But I'm guessing that they cleared that page for the old backend system without archiving it, which is a pain. But luckily, most of those results are going to end up on any various aggregator like Goldfish or Meta.io. Hard to turn down 2 Fables. Why only running 1 Kalitas? Mainly just because Sheldred's been generally better. So Kalitas, quite nice in this kind of matchup, but would rather have Sheldred in most matchups, to be honest with you. Decline. Alright, looks like bots are able to pick up now. Maybe they're able to trade too. Okay, for our first trade has happened on Magic Online with the new backend. Look at that. The hero we deserve. Cardhoarder Loan Bot 4. Alright, so it looks like we might be able to play some Moto after this if we want to. Alright, what cards don't we want? 3 Trespassers is a lot. Double Fatal Push can probably go. Everybody's out here Fatal Pushing. Alright, what do we got? What do we got, opponent? Hey, how's it going, Al? Hope you're having a good one. Currently playing a little Rakdos Explorer while waiting for Moto stuff to kick off. But like I said, it does look like we just got traded with. Let's see if there's any updates. The main difference between Explorer and Pioneer? There's just a handful of cards that aren't on Arena that do make a little bit of a difference. Combo is mostly absent. Like Lotus Field isn't fully present on Explorer. Is a big one. Mono green doesn't have Nykthos, which means that mono green doesn't have its main ability to combo. There's a lot of things like that where it's all small, but it is all notable and adds up. So people are able to play much more grindy mid-range decks, like Enigmatic, much freer. That's the big one. Was a push fatal. Are there Explorer cards that are not in Pioneer? Nope. Nope. It is all Explorer is all of the Pioneer cards currently on Arena. So it's more the opposite way, where there's no additional cards, luckily. Yeah, over time, as they add in the missing cards, Explorer will just become Pioneer on Arena. Yeah, you can tag with our Fable. We'll be sad. Kalidas looks more aggressive and especially effective versus creature-based decks. I definitely wouldn't say that Kalidas is more aggressive than Shieldred. Shieldred is very aggressive at getting the game over. It's better at interlacing with your removal spells, but otherwise not so much. All right. Surprise! It's another one. And surprise, it's another one. We're destroying all 6 ofs here. Well, they wanted to get the Trespasser off the board, apparently. But apparently they were not expecting the second one. Man, they really do not like our Trespassers. Well, that's probably fair. So they didn't have any creatures I'm particularly worried about them fabling right then. And we don't want to use our Blood Tithe before we get our fables online. So the value of us killing their fable is lower than us getting to use our own fable later. And just machine gun down their board. Have been attacked by Shieldred for ages. Well, we just killed our last opponent with it. Attacking no less, but maybe the composition of the decks you're playing against. It's rarely ever just one thing. Oh. I will, yeah, submit that one. Let's get that going. My own Croxa. A cat? No. Ah. Alright, attack with these. They get to block with a cat if they want to. They shouldn't, though, because they don't have an oven open. One card. Means you're gonna have to sack something else if you want your food. I mean, they could just take it at that point. Yeah. Alright. You're in there. Well, that doesn't change the point. Yeah, it's been a back and forth one for sure. They have 5, so they're gonna have a Crocs of themselves soon. No, my god. I loathe Rakdos Sacrifice, man. They really do just be the worst. Mm-hmm. It is really just the worst kind of matchup to play against. But alas, so it goes. Liliana, huh? Don't think that's gonna do it for us. Yeah. We'll die. Unfortunate, but so it goes. Yeah, Rakdos Sacrifice. Not the matchup you want to be seeing if you're playing Rakdos mid-range. Like I said, it is an interesting one. Yeah, it is a fun deck. When you're playing it, it's not so fun when you're playing against it, though. But it does do a good job of devouring a lot of the more mid-range decks. Yeah, my general consensus with Explorer versus Pioneer is that the absence of decks like Green do sort of artificially change the metagame. Mirror Tempo. Or Delvers as well. I don't know how much you want to play Delver. I think in this kind of shell you'd rather not play Delver. I like the Kaidos more, but this deck seems kind of sweet. 4 Shredder, 4 Terror, 2 Shield Druid, 2 Kaido, a bunch of removal and card draw. 4 Foundings. You're really sad not to have access to the Delve cards, but given that that's just an Explorer situation, I kind of like this a lot. I like these style of builds. If you're able to survive the Fable decks, then I think this could be quite good for Explorer. Yeah, seems like it'd be fun. But the Pioneer version, you're gonna need some Treasure Cruise for sure. But once you get the Treasure Cruise in there, you're cooking. I thought you'd make a good TF3/2 Vampire with your treasure. Yeah. Alright, opponent mulls once. No thoughts used to punish, but that's okay. They make a copy of the 3/2 Vampire with your treasure. Probably should have. Good chance we were already dead, and I was well and truly on to the next one. Unlicensed hearse, sure. So we have double of all our colors. We also have an abrade for this this hearse at our leisure. Not in a rush with it. Well, they're missing on lands. Given they're missing on lands, I think I'm just gonna try and push the tempo advantage. They'll kill this, that's fine. Protects our Fable. Thoughtseize me, huh? Yeah, Treasure Cruise is definitely a must. I do like a lot of those decks. They didn't take the Abrade to kill this. Interesting. Get rid of this. Get rid of Fatal Push, Blood Crypt. Fine. We're gonna get rid of this Invoke for sure. Even though we're a little bit far off it, it is much more powerful than the other two cards against us. So we're just gonna pass. They're gonna go to take our Bone Crusher, and we're just gonna channel. Ooh, we're gonna take that Shieldred. And that's fine. Yeah, Shieldred's gonna end this game pretty cleanly. Alright, mono black, huh? Liliana and Thoughtseize seem a little suspect. Cletus is good. Bringing our braids. We really don't want Duress or Thoughtseize, so that kind of just leaves us with Lily. I guess is better than those, particularly. I really don't like having cards that are just generally bad to draw in the mid to late game in a matchup that's going to go late like this. Well, this hand's great. Can't ever be mad about a good curve with double Fable in a mid-range matchup. No Thoughtseize from them is kind. Put that tapped. See what we got going on here. Takanuma. I'm just gonna grind ladder, but I appreciate the offer, friend. What they do about the event profit glitch thing from yesterday? Just joined the stream. What event profit glitch? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I know there was some free events yesterday on Magic Online that they're paying out next week or later in the week. I don't know anything about a event infinite profit glitch. Do we know if there was any punishment or just bots are down? Just bots are down. Well, bots are still working to get back to full. I know some of them are starting to get back up. RCQ Season 2 coming up. What would you recommend between Rakdos, Greasefang, White Humans, or Bant Spirits? Local meta is pretty heavy on Rakdos Red with some green. Definitely Rakdos. I'm always going to recommend Rakdos. I think if you have access to Rakdos, you should play a Rakdos. Green is definitely a second best option in general. But if you don't have green and you have Rakdos, I'd play Rakdos. Of those decks, I definitely go Rakdos, Bant Spirits, White Humans, Greasefang. Pensy made 1K of play points yesterday when they changed companies from some like unnamed event. There was a free event that was intentionally on there that they did. That was just a free event people could play. But that was intended. They were sort of giving people the opportunity to get a little bit of value off of being down for a day. Shieldred, rude, but we got that one covered nicely. Oh, well, now we have a double covered. Makes 2. This makes 3. And this makes a dead Shieldred. Yeah, there was a free like jumpstart event that people could play. I don't know what the prize structure of it was. I actually don't even know if there were prizes because they said they were paying out additional prizes at the end of the week, but I'm gonna take 3 and then we can just kill this at our leisure. Everyone was win trading. Now he's $1,000 of play points. $1,000 of play points would be a lot of play points. That'd be 10,000 play points. I'm not saying your friend's a liar, but I'm saying it seems unlikely. But if they got $1,000 of play points off WotC, I'm all for it. MTG Malone, thank you for the raid, friend. Appreciate you. I just, yeah, stand that up to not block. Oh no. That's fine. Things are fine. Everything's fine. Well, again, you can make 10,000 play points normally, and that'd be pretty normal, but again, had not heard anything about it, so it's a little new. J9 stars, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, friend. Ooh, a good one. I don't know if we want to lead on that versus just lead on getting another threat down. Because now if they stand up their hive, we have lethal, and we can just crack a blood to put this in the graveyard. Yeah, if they stand this up and we draw a land, we have lethal. Yeah, Shieldred did its job. Shieldred has done its job. That's fine to have a strong feeling about the card, to be honest. Certainly no problem. But Shieldred was on the winning side of this one. We got our nice W. As we continue to oscillate back and forth in the same spot in Plat. What magic do we have in this Dominaria United pack? Show me the way. Sten Paranoid Partisan. Well, we remain unshown. Let's see if we can find our way. We keep finding a reasonable matchup than finding a terrible matchup. Just as like I said, I think the big thing is just with the lack of green on an Explorer. I feel like there's a lot easier ways to target Rakdos than there are on in Pioneer proper. It's a lot harder to just attack. Nice. Looks like Cardhoarder is fully back and operational now. Always good. We're up against a dolphin that can do math. I'm a little terrified, I'll be honest. Dolphin's already really smart. I don't know how we're supposed to beat a dolphin that can in fact do math. Ooh. Like we're up against a Gruul deck. I bet all dolphins can do math? Maybe. But this one has confirmed it. If I don't know something can't do math, then I get to live my life as if it can't do math. That's how that works, right? We're gonna not use our Bone Crusher. They're Gruul. We get our value. We'll get our value out of this Crusher at a point. Sure. Yoink. And now if they just play the Bone Crusher, we get to Liliana it, and that's very nice. I like that. Yeah. Oh, even drew a tap land for value. Yoink. I would like that gone, please. There you go, down to 15. We're back at 20. In a good position. Thinking about how many creature decks you mean, I'd give Kalidas more space to shine. It's fair. It's not an unreasonable take. I just don't think it's a the most likely scenario out of all possible scenarios, right? I don't want to crack. I want to crack this blood, but I don't want to crack this blood. I'll crack the blood next turn. It's fine. Lets us hold up a Bone Crusher Giant. Although we're gonna be in a rough way if they have a sky ship at a point. Yeah. Any boats in chat? All right. That's fine. Yeah, they're gonna target that. They target itself? What? Why? Okay. Black green deck, instant green deck, true. Well, when I say green decks, I mean mono green, the deck that can actually punish Rakdos most consistently. Beep beep comes the Barbie Jeep, as a local used to say. Nice little swing for lethal. All right, Kalidas, it's your time to shine. Thoughtseize, it's been real. Do I want the 4th Lily? Not really. I mean, if they're playing all 3-drops, kinda. If they're playing all 3-drops, push gets a little worse too. But they're playing a lot of elves, right? And cut a Shieldred. Shieldred's great, but bringing the Kalidas might as well lower a curve a tiny bit. Yeah, these kind of green decks I'm not too concerned about. These are the kind of decks you want to run into with Rakdos. But mono green Devotion with Karn in the combo from Pioneer is the scary matchup. Elf. Vitalia Poosh. As is tradition. Pack Leader is a good one though. It's one I'd like to get to Liliana. You play a 3-power 2-drop, I can play a 3-power 2-drop. Do they have a Bone Crusher? No, okay. Nice. No Bone Crusher is good for us here. We can't kill this unless we play it. We could play another one and kill it, actually. I don't hate that. Because this will control this, and we now have another -4/-4 just kicking around. Yeah, there's the boat, though. Rule vehicle boats. Very scary. Less scary now, I will say. I'm gonna play this so that last card elf, sure. So that if we want to braid, hopefully it forces them to crew. Nope. Alright. I think good. Oh, can't be anything too good because they would have absolutely just crewed the boat and clocked us if it was. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this Liliana. Well, feels like cheating when you do that. I'm gonna pitch this card to just redraw it. Get a Croxa, eat your last card. Crocs is I was gonna say is a real tough one for them to ever beat, but a Crone War is it's a good one, a good one, and a good one. Liana. Crone War is a good one. Ooh, they're gonna just give us it back? Okay. I would have just sacked an elf and just ah. All right, well, just kill this and then kill Liliana. What are we doing here, opponent? Opponent's wild and I respect it. Yeah, if you just kill our goblin shaman, you get to kill Liliana for free anyway. Free in yard. Yeah, those all die. Alright, take one. Ooh. I really don't care about this Liliana, so I'm just gonna pitch it to try and draw something a little better. This kind of counts. Now, if they don't draw something that can crew the Sky Sovereign, we're in good shape. Hey, they didn't. They were gonna take 8, 11, 12. That'd be lethal. Yeah, Crowan War is a scary magic card. Very scary indeed. Nice. Bunch of XP and things. All right, I'll be right back. Gonna take a quick 2-3 minute break, and I'll be right back. We'll play some more. back. We get at the line. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Excuse me. Yeah. All right, let's see. No, I don't think we can keep the sand. We can do better. Oh, this isn't better. All right, we'll keep this. It's not ideal, but it's what we'll work with. We're against control with a fatal push on a mull to 5. Game 1 is going to be rough. Interesting. Consider. Let's see what they have going on. Ooh, shielded. Okay, so blue-black. Interesting. You're playing Grixis or just straight blue-black? Well, we'll just play our lands. We have a Bone Crusher for end step. And the Fatal Push isn't going to get us very far here. But might as well do it while they don't have blue mana open. I wonder if there aren't that many people playing Explorer Best of 3 on the ladder at the moment, so we're up against Diamond into Diamond. Also don't know if it's related or relevant or not. Well, at least we have this Fatal Push for this Ninja. And Fable's one of the best things we could have here. Not bad. Well, at least we'll live. Have good attacks. Loot away something. I mean, I feel like it'd be hard for them not to have removal for a token here, but yeah, there's the push. Ooh, Shieldred's real good. I'm gonna decline. You're up. Hoping they don't just have removal for it. It doesn't look like they do, so that's good. We are somewhat at the behest of them on our mull being down 2 cards. Well, this loot will cost them some life too, which is nice. Power would kill. Not any of those things, right? Yeah, they got rid of a card that kills Shieldred. Interesting. Terror. Sure. We're just gonna develop a board here. Wild, they got rid of a card that killed Shieldred, though. Makes me think they have to have another one, or they just expect this Terror to do a good enough job at holding it back. But I don't know how much our plan revolves around attacking with Shieldred here when just draining them out for 4 a turn. Yeah, we'll take 5. Well, if they don't have an answer, we have lethal. And if we draw a land, even if they can't answer the Shieldred, we can still come in for a ton. The dark side has taken over. True. We got that good Rakdos gaming. I do want to get some reps in on it to practice. Either way, we have 2 Pioneer tournaments this weekend, an RCQ and a Degen Open. So excited to play some Pioneer this weekend. 2 Terrors. Sure, sure. Let's play another one. Yeah, they go to 4. You actually have RCQs. What's it like? True. We have like between 2 and 4. It feels like every weekend. But New England's always had an amassment of events at all times, so it's all par for the course. But it is quite nice, I can't lie. Shredder. Well, if they loot and cast a second spell, they die. So, yeah. Gonna be hard to win this one for our opponent, I think. I think they, yeah, lock themselves under the shield red. I'll take that. Alright, against blue-black Tolarian, we definitely want Liliana's. Found that logistics around communicating these events is pretty terrible. Yeah, Sam, Island Go Sam, did a really great job of just like finding all of them and just putting them into one document for everybody. I feel like one New England grinder does it every season, and it's beautiful. I love it every time. Just take it upon themselves to do the service. Though the Wizards event thing actually has been much better this time around, I think. We could board in duress. Yeah, the event finder's actually been pretty functional for me this time around. Last season, no, but this season it's been pretty good. Oh, Fry is actually great against them if they're relying on terror. And this will kill Shredder too. I don't know how much we want to commit. Like Bone Crusher is fun. Maybe we just don't care about this, to be honest. That seems like overkill to me. And also think we don't need to load up on duress. I don't think we need to go that hard into dealing with their graveyard. We can just kill their threats. No need to stop them from playing them. Even Thoughtseize their threats to a degree. And Liliana does a really good job against decks like this that are kind of like all in on a big dumb threat or two trying to kill you. Like the old Gurmag anglers. Like you just drop a Gurmag and then they play a Liliana and you're like, oh, I mean, oops, click the wrong button. All right, if we die by 2 damage, you know what happened. I clicked the wrong button. Get rid of Fatal Push, okay. Now we look like we have a Fatal Push up though. So will they play their Shredder? Still will. Rude. Alright, well. It's gotta die. No burbs will live. It is known. See the truth. Alright, well. We're in a little bit of trouble for missing our lands, but we're not in too big of a rush. Yeah, it's fine. Hit this Fry for a terror. Yeah, I'd love to draw a land here. Fry can't be countered, obviously gets through Ward because Ward would counter it. Yeah, Founding. Sure, sure. The draw 3 that's coming is going to be a problem, but that's a problem for later me. Yeah, let's take an action. Play this. One Bone Crusher can go. Push, sure. Mill themselves. Bunch of lands and another fatal push. That's got to be fatal push number 3 or 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Well, so it happens. Yeah, we don't want them to be able to do this. So I'm just going to cast a Bone Crusher Giant. The reason being that they're going to draw 3 here. We don't want to give them the ability to cast a removal spell for free on our Shieldred. Although I suppose draw... Well, it's not even draw 3, it's just put them. Yeah. Otherwise, we would have just Shieldreded, but it's not like Fable. They just get put into hand. Well, that's rude. There goes our plan. I'm just gonna run out the Shieldred. We'll Thoughtseize them next turn. Yeah, that Go Blank was brutal. Otherwise, we would have gotten a Crocs into play here. A Kalitas. And a removal spell, sure. You got it. Alright, if we don't draw a removal spell for the Kalitas, I think we can go to game 3. Now, yeah, that's not gonna do it. Yeah, it's a good backup plan. Yeah, unfortunately we do just kind of needed to hit our 3rd land. That's not a big takeaway. Alright, I'm down. Nice cheap Sekenzen. Alright, well, we're gonna take the Shredder. Alright, nice power word kill. Gonna be probably used to kill this Shredder here. We don't really have much going, and they don't have any instants in their hand for sorceries. A good draw. We're gonna plus on Sekenzen. Getting rid of my castles. Interesting. See the truth. Anything good over there? No. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna play Shieldred. I'm gonna choose not to plus Liliana here. We want this Fable. Alright, now we can plus. Akanuma. What do we got? Let's discard this. The Art of Terror. Ooh, interesting. I guess they only have 2 instant sorceries. Bonk them for 4. Shieldred dealing all the damage so far. Yeah, Shredder's in there. Kill our token, sure. Playing, yeah. Ooh. I would like to draw another card. It's okay. Fine. I'm gonna attack first. Yeah. I'm a plus. They can keep their Ledger Shredder. Hey, we get to take out a terror for free. You can keep your Shredder. Alright. Yeah. Fine. This lets us eat both creatures. Attack with Shieldred. Another one. Thanks. And we've defeated yet another diamond opponent. 5 and 2. There we go. Now we found our footing a little. Acting like DJ Khaled out there. Oh yeah. Sometimes you just gotta another one them. I don't know what to tell you. It's just how it goes. Let's crack our Dom United pack. All right, let's keep it rolling. We're heating up. We're like that NBA Jam. We're just heating up a little. But while we're waiting for our opponent here, let me tell you all about my energy drink of choice right now, Rogue Energy. Been using this to stay alive while we're playing these leagues, plus all my writing. Been working my way through the Black Cherry. It's been really good. I know a lot of people don't love energy drinks, but they also do have hydration packs that I've been using. Also enjoy those a lot. Be sure to check out the link down below, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Use code MNG, that's MNG20 for 20% off your order. Helps me out a ton if anyone is in need of energy drinks, and also helps out Degen Gaming, the team I'm on. So appreciate all y'all. Let's hop right into this game. All right, sounds good. Hopefully you're gonna hang in Atlanta. You seem like a cool dude. Appreciate that. I'm sure we'll end up bumping into each other. I'm gonna be I think I get there on Friday, but obviously there's not a whole lot going on Friday. Other than LCQs and stuff, but maybe I'll end up playing some of the events. In the finals, right? OBS, let's go. I think founding third could be good with Traverse and Sultai Delirium. It probably would be reasonable there. It's one of the better ideas I've heard with it. It's the card is just like fine. I think the problem is that it looks so nice with See the Truth that people want to fit it in where they can, but overall it's tough to find it to be as useful, but I do like it in a Delirium shell. You have to contend though with Delve and Third Path exiling the cards, which is a problem. It is pretty good with Fatal Push. It's good with any 1 and 2 drop spells is the key. That's the real honest key. Oh, we're playing blue-red, it'll come to me. It's been a minute, jeez. Prowess or Pyromancer, one of the two. What's a decent budget deck in Pioneer? Mono White Humans is pretty budget. Mono Blue Spirits is pretty budget. Atarka Red is a really good budget deck. I really recommend that one a lot. Very cheap compared to other like top tier decks. Heroic super cheap. But like, let me check real quick like what the prices look like. So for paper, your best, most competitive option, mono white humans is like under 200. Mono blue spirits is under 200. Yeah, those are gonna be your best like value money to competitiveness. Things like a Tarka Red are like really cheap too, like hilariously so. Let me see. Well, it used to be. I guess it's picked up a little bit. The mana base is what's expensive. Everything else is cheap. List for mono white humans? Sure, let me grab it for you. This can resolve while we're doing this. Here's a list that went from Warsaw. Yeah, I always recommend going to just like meta.io or Goldfish and just taking a look at all the lists over there. Don't play blue white control, Rakdos, or mono green. Yeah, those all have eternal format staples. Unfortunately, do make it a bit pricier. No, no, make disappear. How rude. Well, I guess they're playing just of one mind in their blue-red control deck, which is interesting. Oh, no, they are Pyromancer. They just have drawn all Pyromancers. Oops, all Pyromancer. Oops, all Pyromancer. Yeah. Yeah, we really need that Shielder to resolve. Unfortunate. Alright, well. They didn't divide by 0 it, so that's nice of them. Kind. I guess it wouldn't have mattered, but it would have just drawn them a card. Alright. Now it's a race to see who draws better, which is usually favored for Rakdos, but can sometimes be not. I'm gonna not cast the Shieldred into their divide. We can wait. We're not in a rush. That's our secret. We want to play something like a Fable into their divide that they don't get the value out of actually time walking us. Card, sure. There's also a chance that like they just minimize their hand by just playing out something else too. Card of a land, makes sense. Alright. We'll just chip away. Patience. The Shredder. I'd like to Fatal Push that. See, they could have divided by 0 and protected their own creature there. They didn't. And look, we play patiently. We get to Thoughtseize their divide by 0. They have 3 of them. What's going on? Am I in a different universe? Yeah, divide me. We did everything we could, but the third divide by 0 is going to mean that we're going to have to just suck it up. 3, 6, 7. They can't get Mascot Expedition, which is going to be a problem. Oh, they just loot? Wild. Do they not? Are they not playing any lessons? I don't know of many situations where I would just snap nothing. We can already play around Make Disappear. They just let it happen? They have a Lightning Axe? Or are they just going to bounce it now? That's also fine. That's also fine. Oh, they drew a Rending Flame. Okay. Well, that's a pain. But the Sekenzen is doing its job. What are we through for threats here? We got 1 Shredder, 3 Pyromancers. Yeah, they're just gonna keep churning. Strangle. I mean, I'm sure they could kill this 1/1, but they have a lot of life to play with before they have to. Ooh, a good draw. Gotta watch out for Niv, maybe? Yeah, I mean, Niv is always a concern, but we can't do anything about Niv, so... Can't really... Can't play around what we can't do anything about. But Fable's exactly what we wanted, because it can play around Divide, they can put it back, and we just play it again. Hold a Swamp to pitch to this next turn. They also have only been keeping 6 mana in play, so they could discard. So I assume you'd want 7 if you had Hullbreaker as your threat, which I'm sure they have Hullbreaker or a Niv situation cooking. Would be my wager. Yeah, I'm gonna go to draw. Like we don't gotta abrade this right now at all. Get rid of this. We're gonna keep the creature land. I would like to attempt to kill this, please. Divide it. That's fine. Can kill our things. That's also fine. Sure. Get in there, 1/1. Your time to shine. Crackling Drake, sure. Well, that one's gonna kill us real fast, huh? Yeah. Oh, no untap land, but that does protect them against a Liliana, so we have to draw an actual removal spell. We don't, we die. Okay. Alright, we needed that Shieldred to resolve, unfortunately. That's fine. Alright. What don't we want? Because we want kind of all these. Bone Crusher's a little bit on the worst side, to be honest. This can kill Drakes, of note. Braid's a little bit sketchier than just Fry. We really care more about... Well, we do care a lot about Pyromancer, so we can't get rid of those. I guess Lily's worse into Pyromancer, but good into a lot of other things. Crocs is still just better. The problem, all our cards are good, huh? Trespasser and one Croxa. All our cards are good. What a shame. We do end up in this position where that was a rough one. Make Disappear was not on my radar. Maybe it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. They shock that in, huh? You're up. Jam some 3-drops. Get countered for a while. Eventually resolve something, hopefully. Oh. I am a liar. I'm gonna Thoughtseize instead. Negate the Thoughtseize. Okay. What secrets are you hiding from me, opponent? What secrets do you hide? Alright. Ran out of Fable. Again, make Disappeared or Censored. Yeah. Unlucky. No land to play around Censor. But that's okay. One to the bottom. Sure. Yeah, Young Pyro. I would like to Fatal Push that one, please, and thank you. Just lets it happen? Well, then we're just gonna pass. Yeah, we're not gonna run our things into your counter spells. No shot. We'll duress you, though. Why we board up to 8. Crackling Drake, divide by 0. fire is. Sure. Play Fable, they can kill the 2/2, that's fine. Couldn't care less. Yeah. Now, do they play this attack us or do they play Drake here? Shredder, okay. And Drake, sure. Well, this works out beautifully for us because we get to kill their whole board. Unfortunately, we lose Liliana, but that's not a big deal. Actually, we can just decline, right? Yeah. Kill this. Do people play Divide and Pioneer, really? I wouldn't say this is like a stock standard deck. I will say that much. I think our opponent is playing a deck that is missing 4 treasure cruises, and they are doing their best to fill that void. I think that's more what's going on than people generally playing Pioneer or Divide and Pioneer. Why not just stand up the den? Okay, well, they get to Foretold. I'm guessing that's the draw 2 instead of just the hard counter spell. Could just be. It is apparently just saw it coming. No, it is Behold. Okay. Okay, well, we're in a 2 to the bottom, so no answer to Shielder in those. You're up. Oh, they drew an answer to it? No. Okay. The game gives you an auto stop now, I think, with Shieldred. Makes sense. You don't just take damage when you don't have to. I would like to duress you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't attack because the Hall. Well, we can attack with the Hive. I mean, we could attack with Shieldred, but it seems worse than just draining them for 2 every turn, I'll be honest. Ooh, talking to him is a good one. But we don't have anything to get at the moment. So I think we just keep running this gambit. Behold the multiverse. You're gonna take 4 here? Take 4, take another 3. 1 top, so they found an answer, it looks like. Go to 3, or they find an answer to this. Sure. Making a copy isn't gonna do anything. We just get a land that dies at the end of turn. Alright, go to 4. Trying to think about if they should play Brawl, be able to still stand up. Can't. Alright, I'll play this. You're up. Lundy Vision. Not a bad one. Alright, they miss. Alright, game 3. Do we feel like we want to change anything? Not really. Not really. As long as we can find our discard, we're in a spot where we can force something through, and if we can force one thing through, usually we can force through enough things to kill them. Alright, this hand's not bad. These games are going to go till turn 20. I'm pretty likely to keep any keepable hand. They mulliganed, always nice. Mulligan into a Thoughtseize. Don't mind if I do. Chart, make disappear removal spells. Let's get rid of your make disappear. Oh, I can never find the will to grind arena ranked. For some reason, digital magic's so triggering to me. It's fair. I don't like the ladder, to be honest, either. I'm not a big fan of it, but when it's what you got, it's what you got, right? Well, we have an answer to Shredder, so let's just take their land. That seems aptly cruel to me. Liliana is going to eat your Shredder and make you use your turn to kill it, and then Kalidas is going to come down. Oh, they found a land, though. And they have an answer to Kalidas, so... Maybe wait. Although I suppose... just trading resources is good when they're down on resources. We will need to find one more threat. This also reads like a bait spell. Like, if I'm on our opponent, you're like, you're going to play Kalidas when you know I have this. Obviously, you're holding a Shieldred. And, like, that reads correctly, right? Like, do you just kill this knowing that we could just slam a Shieldred next turn and then you just die? And the answer is apparently yes. I respect it. I think that there's a chance you just take 3 there a couple times and just hope. Just hope. Yeah, no respect. I think you have run out of removal. You would have used anything else you could have had. And we're just going to pressure you until you make us do something else, and then we'll play a Liliana. Just apply a Vice Grip. Yeah, these are the best ends. I love these. I love all of the D&D lands. I'm a big fan of D&D, like the arts being different as the way to like make a more like valuable printing as opposed to a foil. I'm not a big foil person. I always get to run out this Fable. This resolves. All right, Liliana. And now, see, they gained enough resources to be able to fight us. So now what we do is we just pivot. I'm a both kind of person. Fair. I hate foils, so I'm big on not using them when I can. Bling me up, Scotty. Fair. Yeah, I love the full arts, the like alt arts, like everything but foil is my jam. Gonna die to our, yeah. Hey, we beat another diamond. That is one thing I do kind of hate about Arena though. Like I don't want to play against diamonds and get the same reward playing against plats. That's no fun at all. We've beaten 3 diamonds in a row. Oh yeah, the Unfinity ones are so good. Big fan of those, to be honest. That's the thing, right? They keep printing nicer and nicer things. It's so hard. Just always got to be jumping onto it. All right, I am going to hop off. I have a doctor's appointment just to make sure everything's good with this cold. I'm going to send you over to the one James, a fellow Degen streamer, class act, and also someone who can also show you the ways of the arena. So appreciate you all hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back for some Magic Online. Now this looks like the bots are all back up in order. So appreciate everybody. Be sure to follow if you aren't already, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Go give my love to James.